Breanna before the game and like some of the looks she was taking, and then she had like a double-double. Seemed like she made every right decision tonight. So I just was wondering what you thought of her performance on offense.
Oh, I thought she played brilliantly tonight. Just the how we wanted to play. She's been just trying to get a rhythm back, probably pushing the needle a little bit. We just said, let the game come to you. She made, to get 11 assists. That's what she does. She's a great facilitator and then made some of her shots too. So overall, great game, made really good reads for us.
Jackie?
Hi, all. Congrats on the win for Stewie. I'm curious sort of how your film session went after the game on Sunday that allowed you guys to go from 18 assists against the Aces to then 33 today, the most this team has had in a game all season.
Yeah, I mean, I think that we just saw what we could have done better. Obviously, we're happy that we won the game at home Sunday. But just making sure that we move the ball, that we're kind of getting the defense to go from one side to the other. And then, obviously we shot the three a lot better too. So that's going to help things.
For sure. And Sandy, for you, while the offense was really clicking defensively, this maybe wasn't the best, giving up 91 points today. What are you guys sort of going to look at when it comes to Thursday when you're looking at having a better defensive performance?
Yeah, I mean, exactly that. We had some goals in place. We didn't achieve them all here. And I thought we just, got a little bit of complacency defensively. But, when we lock in, we can stop anyone. So we just got to make sure that we do it for 40 minutes, regardless of what the score is and who's on the court. We can't underestimate anyone because this is a team that scores points in bunches.
Thank you.
Michael?
Yeah, this is for Breanna, and Breanna, I apologize because this isn't about this particular game, but there were some comments the commissioner made yesterday that a lot of players have been somewhat expressed some disappointment in terms of talking about some of the dialogue that's been pretty horrific around rivalries. And forgive me for asking this after a game, but I just wondered if you had any thoughts on that. And maybe what you'd like to see the league, if you'd like to see maybe a different tone from the league on that.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that like, to be honest, I saw the interview today and then have been in talks with Terry at the WBPA. I think that it's kind of disappointing to hear because, the way that the fans have surged, and especially behind Kaylin and Angel coming to this league, but also bringing like a race aspect to a different level. And, there's no place for that in our sport. And I think that's really it, is we want our sport to be inclusive for race, gender, and really a place where people can be themselves. So we wished, obviously, Kathy would use her platform in a different way and have made that a little bit better, but kind of just telling the fans, like, enough is enough, become a fan of our sport. And for the new ones, like, lock in on everybody, but don't be disrespectful, because as a league, like, we stick together and there's no place for that.
I really appreciate your answer. Thank you.
Miles?
Hi, sorry to follow that, but to bring it back to the game, Breanna, I wanted to ask you about what we'd talked about recently about some of the movement off the ball and how that worked tonight, because yes, the three ball was falling and the ball was moving side to side, but it looked like we were also seeing a lot more action off the ball. What did you think about that movement and that cutting tonight?
Yeah, definitely. I think that, our shoot around was honestly a little bit different because Sandy paid attention to that and honed in on that and made sure that, when the strong side action is happening, knowing what the people on the weak side are doing, and not overcutting, because sometimes that creates a madness in itself, but also understanding who's on your side, who do you want to get open, and where do we want the ball to go to. And there was multiple times where it's like someone is setting a flare for me, KB, and she's got the slip a few times, and Leo's getting open on the three. So just having a little bit better awareness and making sure that we're not getting stagnant and looking at each other.
Thank you so much.
Jeff?
Good evening, all. Congrats on the win. My question will be for, let's go with both the players. I wanted to ask about the impact of seeing Betnijah and Leonie Hamilton come. Yeah, sure. Let's do Leo. We'll send this one to Leo. What is the impact of having a player like Betnijah and Leonie Hamilton come back? You know, she's on the ground in the fourth quarter on Sunday, holding her knee, walks gingerly to the bench, but to come out and make an impact tonight, as a teammate, what does it mean to see that level of dedication, that level of perseverance, and how does it inspire you during a championship run?
I think it shows that we have a goal, and we know that B's pretty tough, and just for her to get through that pain that she's having right now, to be part of our like identity and how we want to play, and she dives into that. And just seeing her out there on the court and playing with her is just fun, you know, and just to watch her like be in different actions and really like read the ball game well. That's just really cool to see, and just for her to be out there with her knees, good to see.
Appreciate your time and insight. Safe travels.
Staying here.
Alfred?
I have two questions. First, this is for either Breanna or Coach. Tonight, the team got its 30th win of the season, making the franchise the first in W history to have back-to-back 30-win seasons. Now, although you can point to things such as more games, it's not necessarily a small feat. So what do you think that just says about the buy-in of the team and the organization as a whole?
She said same.
Yeah.
So.
No, look, no, it's great. I think, you know, it's hard to win. I think this league, well, this season in particular is way more parity, and we'd say from last year, but you know, to do it back to back, it shows obviously that we've got a really good team, and our attention to detail and the sacrifice that we're making for greatness. And we're still not there yet because we've got bigger goals there, but to get, you know, 30 wins, it's great. We still got 4 games to go. So hopefully we can keep building on that. But most importantly is how many wins we get in the playoffs.
Great, thank you, Coach. And for you, Leo, tonight you reached 50 career three-pointers. You're also top 3 in this team in total steals. How has this journey been for you to go from Zaragoza becoming MVP of the Spanish League, but also as a rookie being a contributor, especially right out the gate for this Liberty team?
Yeah, I mean, it was pretty clear that my role was going to change to come into this team, but it took me a while to get into the league, and you know, it's a bit different out here to get used to everything around, but I just know how my teammates are playing now. I know what we want as a team on offense and defense, and just trying to buy into that and do my best as in my role.
Great, thank you, Leo. Thanks, everyone.
We'll finish with Russell.
Hi, everyone. Congrats on the win. Question for Leo. You're now 14 for your last 19. 14 for your last 19 from 3, and that's going back 7 games now. And it's something that you are becoming known for. But I'm wondering how you would describe your game. Is it as a shooter? Is it as more than that? Just how would you kind of characterize your game?
Come on,
Money.
talk about yourself.
Yeah, exactly. This is a tough one. I want to listen.
Yeah, right. You know, just kind of what the defense gives me. If my shot's going in, that's great. That helps. In the beginning of the season, I don't think people knew that I can shoot the ball, so they were giving me some space, so that was good. Got me some easy shots. But you know, just playing with my teammates, just trying to be in the flow, just seeing, you know, what they can do and how I can contribute. And just not forcing. Like, I don't like to force. I don't like to, you know, play one-on-one necessarily, just out of the flow. And then defense is really what I like to do out there.
Thank you.
We'll take one more in the room.
So this question for Breanna, quarter for 9450, and I want to talk a little bit about the goal. You know, just to ultimately get this thing done this year. Coming off of your playoff run last year, you can tell the team has been on a mission all year with the best record, 30 wins, and you know, incredible feat. Can you speak about the gravity of what you went through last season, transition this season, and then the ultimate goal of winning the title this year?
Yeah, I mean, I think that getting to the end and losing really hurt. And especially for the ones that have been here, and making sure that, you know, we took it as a learning opportunity and to make sure that no matter what happens this season, we're gonna continue to build and get better. And you see like the chemistry and the way that we kind of adjust, you know, we don't let one mistake turn to two. We stop it right there. But at the same time, knowing that this season is different than last season. So we can't be looking back, just only continuing to look forward, making sure that we're putting ourselves in a great position as the regular season finishes, and then know that the playoffs is a whole different beast. And just locking in and knowing that that's when we're going to be our best and really committed to one another.
Yeah, one more question, Coach. I have a question for you. It's kind of like a follow-up question I asked Breanna. How do you plan to maintain the momentum that you have right now to go into the playoffs and and peak at the right time and actually get this done?
Yeah, look, I think it's making sure every game is important. We talked about getting that #1 seed but playing in the right way. We all season long, it's like we just got to peak at the right time. You've just said it there, and that's where sometimes you need a bit of luck too, but we've handled any kind of adversity this year. I think we've grown in our experience there, but we have really experienced players too. The ones that went through it last year, we know what we want and how hard it is to get there. So it's just a focus and it's a mentality. My job as the leader is just to make sure we keep the eye on what our goal is. So little goals within the game too. And I was happy how we responded offensively. Obviously, we could have been better defensively, but I was really happy how we responded from one game to another. And we're quite good at that. And that's shows you a lot of character about the players, but we know the job's not done yet. So we still know we can be better. And that's our goal as we get through these next 4 games leading into that first playoff game.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.